resist with a close fist. It's time to resist. Resist, I insist, or your freedom will be missed. Ask yourself, why the world government on everybody's shit list? It's cause you know we've been dissed, and we got a right to be pissed. I don't swing to the right or left. I ride with God cause I'm blessed. God's gift to uplift, about to blaze a split and reminisce like Hamlet when he heard the abyss. I said it's time we resist like gorillas in the mist and fight the damn power for our freedom to exist. It's time we resist and resist with a 9-5. Resist the machine filled by greed and green. They trying to pick us clean, how they get so mean? I think it's in their genes. They some strange ass beings, filthy rich elite beings, doing strange ass things. I think pigs slaughter hand like them David Blaine. Murder, kill to all you Jeffrey Epstein. Hella mean, cause it's money they fiend. We don't wanna join your team, we want the American dream. I don't wanna join your team, we want the American dream. We don't wanna join a team, we want the American dream. Fight the power. Fight the power. I'm in your ear like an earring. Make your ears ring. Have you discombobulated cause you can't believe what you're hearing? Make your ears ring. Make your lips sing. Make your body move from this groove you're feeling. They gave us social distance cause they fear our persistence. It's gonna take persistence for our fight for existence. They gave us social distance cause they fear our persistence. It's gonna take persistence for our fight for existence. Illusions are inheritable, weaving webs innumerable. Her beautiful picture never fails.
I think I'm supposed to say what are Coffee and Bonghits?
Shut the fuck up, sorry ass motherfucker, stay away from me.
Yo, I think this is what I'm supposed to do right here. That's where I'm supposed to be. And then I'm supposed to say, welcome to Coffee and Bonghits, brought to you by our dear friends at standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. Also by our friends at the Movement, Big Island Farm Sanctuary. Don't forget about Tai Champa. We got all kinds of shit planned for you guys. Really, though, if you were ever wondering what's the most GMO you could ever fit into one product, I guarantee this is it, man. Nature could not come up with something as delicious as this pink strawberry yogurt. And I just really want to tell you guys that for free. YoPlay doesn't even pay me yet. But, oh, man, when they find out how good pink strawberry yogurt or pink Starburst yogurt goes with, oh, where's my little thing down there? How's anybody gonna know what's going on if it doesn't say Coffee and Bonghits? It's on Coffee and Bonghits. Boom. I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Don't forget, this dickhead is on his way out. And this dickhead is on his way in. Boop, boop, boop. And I honestly couldn't be happier because I want to tell you something. Joe Biden saved America. I don't give a shit what you say. You can be like, well, no. Sell the shirt. Listen, Joe Biden saved America because if you remember, Joe Biden wasn't initially going to run for president, right? It was just all the weirdos, man. All the rejects from the Justice League were running for president, right? 500-year-old Bernie talking about, we'll cut your dick off if you have $1 million. And Mayor Pete, oh my gosh. And Andrew Yang, like, I'll just pay you to vote for me, right? You think any of those tools could have saved America? You think Beto was going to save America? No. None of those people were going to save America because normal people don't like weirdos, man. Just normal people. I mean, like couch potato people. They like car lot ads where people eat their hat. They like saying half past the monkey's ass, quarter to his balls when somebody asks them what time it is. These people don't want Bernie and Antifa and AOC to become the president. Most of America doesn't want Andrew Yang giving away their hard-earned tax dollars. But Joe Biden, I think reluctantly, I don't honestly think Joe Biden had a ton of interest in being the president of the United States after being Susan Lucci for so long. But I do think that he saw it as his duty. He looked around. I'm just going to try to pretend like I didn't even say duty. He looked around at that cast of characters and was like, yo, man, these dudes aren't going to win nothing. These dudes can't win. Beto rides a damn skateboard. Andrew Yang plays video games, I bet. Tulsi, I like Tulsi, but turns out they thought she was a Russian spy. Anyways, my point is that Joe Biden is nothing special. Joe Biden literally did not want to be the president. Joe Biden is not going to turn into the emperor. He's not going to make all of his children the successors to the throne. Joe Biden literally was just like your dad or your granddad when you're out in the front yard getting your ass kicked by a couple high school toughies, right? But they're just high school toughies. You can go kick their ass anytime if you're a grown man. So old Joe Biden gets up off the porch. He goes and he tells everybody, hey, get up out of my yard. This is the United States, Jack. And me and this black lady, we're gonna. And they're like, I thought you didn't like black people, Joe Biden. He's like, well, situationally, we can work it out. Truth is, Joe Biden has a lot of black friends. Joe Biden did write the crime bill, but that was his effing job. The whole world was like, damn, crime is out of control. So they're like, we need a crime bill. And they're like, Joe Biden, write the crime bill. But it's still fuck Joe Biden. But I got to say, I'm just so happy. I'm just so effing happy. All right, look, that's just what I wanted to say to start the show. You guys can disagree with me if you want. If you disagree with me, you can tweet at lickmyballs.com or at lickmyballs.com. Man, I thought there was a spacewalk this morning. Is there? What's SpaceX doing right now? Let's see. Those guys are always so cool. Oh shit, they're about to launch. And it just said 4:20 right when I tuned in. Hold on. Hold on.
We're just over 4 minutes away from liftoff.
4 minutes from liftoff. Boosh.
Now, at this point, the first and second stages are fully loaded with RP1 and nearly fully loaded with liquid oxygen. There's
Blammo.
pounds of both of those propellants on the vehicle. Super chilled liquid oxygen, which I mentioned earlier, is our propellant oxidizer, is actually what's creating that white cloud that you see coming off of Falcon 9's inner stage. That's what happens when that.
So yeah, while I don't expect Joe Biden himself to save America, I think that it's pretty cool that a world that I never ever expected to happen happened. Right? Because remember, I just drove all the way across the country.
And then about a minute after
and back.
2 minutes, we'll hear a similar call out for the second stage. And you can really get.
And the entire country looked like it was on some Donald Trump shit. So
those streams,
I can't believe it. But the best part, and this is the part I really wanted to go into, is that those people that continue to defend that man lose more credibility in life in general than any person should
Coming up at about
by idolizing somebody else, right?
2 minutes, LOX load closeout
Like
on
there's
the
a
second
point where
stage.
you got to cut your
And
heroes
then,
loose. And I'll tell you a
2
story
minutes,
about
60
John
seconds,
Elway
Falcon
after
9 will
this.
transition into startup. That means that the rocket's internal flight computer.
They're going to launch a mayonnaise jar into space,
and they'll continue
a
to
giant mayonnaise jar
hold the
flying,
vehicle
hurtling
through
into
rest
the
of the mission.
cosmos. The aliens will
The
find us. They'll be like,
payload
oh,
also
shit.
continues to look healthy. Falcon 9 team
This is
tracking any
spicy.
issues on the vehicle. The big watch
Where's
item
my
right now
pipe?
is the wind.
Oh, that's how you know you're high.
Expected to dip right
All right.
around the launch window.
Come on, I said 4 minutes. We're in this together, you guys.
We don't violate any launch commit criteria.
This is white Tahoe cookies. That's weed smoke, man.
Wide shot there of
LOX closeout.
Wide shot there of the pad and the call from the prop team that stage 2 LOX loading is complete. Propellants are fully loaded on Falcon 9. Coming up here, we will have a pretty large white cloud of venting coming from the transporter erector.
What?
Truss
A
structure
white
next
cloud
to
of venting
Falcon
from the
9.
transporter erector.
And it provides power, cooling, and propellants, as well as communication to Falcon 9 until liftoff. So coming up, transition to startup on Falcon 9.
Falcon 9's in startup.
So again, that means from here, Falcon 9 will begin to pressurize those tanks, the first stage and second stage tanks with our pressuring.
This is so crazy. In a couple of years, this is going to be like taking the max.
From the launch director.
Stage 2 pressure flight.
You're just going to be waiting for your space station or your trip to the space station.
That, just 30 seconds to go. Vehicle looking healthy. Looks like we may have just squeaked in under the
In a couple of years, this is going to be just like waiting for the max.
Also continuing to look
You're going to be standing there while white smoke's pouring out the back. Some dude's going to walk up with an expired transfer and ask to bum a cigarette. You're like, bro, you can't smoke on the space station. He's like, oh, I know, I quit, but I was just going to have one more before we get up there.
10, 9,
Man.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Damn, that is so dope. Oh, I can't believe that we just live in a world where we're just flying to outer space, man. You know how many thousands and thousands of years people have been dreaming of these moments? Holy shit.
1D chamber pressures are nominal.
You might be high, but you ain't this high. Whoo, shit, look at it go.
Seconds into flight, Falcon 9 successfully lifting off from pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, carrying those 60 Starlink satellites into orbit. This particular booster lighting up the Florida coast for a 7th time. Now, we just began throttling down those Merlin 1D engines for maximum dynamic pressure, or max Q. That's the point when the stresses on the vehicle are the highest from the combination of the vehicle speed and the density of the atmosphere.
Max Q.
And now that we're through the point of maximum dynamic pressure, the loads on the vehicle, the structural loads, are going to drop off as the density of the atmosphere continues to decrease. And Falcon 9 continuing to speed up.
Oh, shit.
We're about
Look.
a minute away from 3 events. First of those is main engine cutoff, or MECO. That's where we'll shut off those 9 Merlin 1D engines. You can actually see the plume expanding from them on your camera. We shut those down.
Engine chill started.
Bro, you know what Enoch had to do to go to outer space, man?
And second is separate from each other.
Hey, not many people in the history of the human race have ever
Second stage continues on
ever even thought it possible.
Start number 1. We actually just heard the call out
And
there.
look, whether or not we go to actually go to space before we die, we live in a world where it's possible.
Start 1 will ignite the Merlin vacuum engine that'll propel
Any minute.
the second stage along with the Starlink satellites into
Any minute, this rocket's going to stop at the
chill in those turbo
Gresham Transit Center.
with liquid oxygen just to get them ready for ignition.
Ever since I was a little kid, it's been my dream
Stage separation confirmed.
to steal a spaceship. Just dip out.
Left-hand side of your screen,
Ignition.
first stage separating, second stage ignition. Love that green glow from the T-tab ignition.
Wow.
Both vehicles back on their way. Coming up shortly, we'll expect to see fairing deployment off of the second stage. Look for that on the right-hand side of your screen.
Damn, I got some other dope shit going on too, though.
Beautiful shot there of those Starlink satellites. Finally getting to see space directly. We
Okay, look,
of the
man.
atmosphere.
This other shit's cooler,
We
though.
don't need those fairing halves anymore, so we'll jettison back to Earth to recover them. As a reminder, we do have our recovery ships, Miss Chief and Ghost Searcher, waiting at the Atlantic to scoop up both of those fairing halves.
They'll just go pick back up their stuff.
Everything's continuing to look good there on the second stage. The
Stage 2
MVAC,
terminal guidance.
MVAC engine has begun to throttle down.
Landing burn startup.
There we heard the call out that landing burn has begun, so we should see that come into the screen here just momentarily.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Dude, this is so futuristic. I'm waiting for Lando Calrissian to just walk out and be like, welcome to Cloud City. Boosh.
All right. And for the 7th time, this Falcon has landed. This
Wow.
marks our 61st successful recovery of a Falcon 9 first stage.
And we have Seco.
And as the smoke clears, we can get a good view there. And we just heard the call out that we had Seco 1. or
Holy
engine cut off
shit.
1. So at this point in time,
Insertion.
and there we heard the call out that we have good orbit for that second stage. So now that stage 2 is, it's going to coast in this orbit for a few minutes. During this time, it will start to spin along its central axis, giving the Starlink satellites the momentum that they need to space themselves out over time as they deploy. So we're going to take a quick break here, but we will be returning at T plus 14 minutes, so stick around.
Yo, that lady's taking a break, but we don't take breaks. Check this one out. Boosh. What is this now? Yo, this is live, sons. This is the dudes out here doing some spacewalk shit. Thank God Donald Trump isn't our president. That'd be so crazy. That would be so crazy. We're just going into this brave new world with a whole family of people that look like cat pee smells. That would be terrible. Oh no, Diego Mardona's died. 26-foot waves at the Oregon coast. Man. All right, we're gonna put a little hold on the spaceship because this is pretty dope. But let me get some other shit I want to show you guys, which is Twitter. It's not super special, but I don't even know what's going on in the world. So this is what we're gonna do today. Remember, if you come on my show, it's just like, what is it? Coffee and Bonghits with Jessie. So this is it, man. Got some potential sneaker waves. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys know if the space station, if they have any if they have any. I'm gonna let you know if they have any people walking around. Oh wow. Vermont schools are questioning kids about Thanksgiving plans. That's not good. Hi, we're losers. Not the kind of losers I thought it was. All right, let me keep pushing. Oh, this is one thing I definitely want to talk about today, man. This is definitely one thing I want to talk about today. Let me retweet it real quick. Boosh. These two turds right here are the subject of a recall campaign by Alan Kessler and Fight Church's own Seth Woolley. Y'all know Seth, the android. Everybody's, goddamn, I can't stop going back to the spacewalk. Okay. Everybody knows that Seth Woolley is everybody's favorite android and cybernetic hybrid, half human, half robot mofo, right? Anyways, the gist of it is that him and my Twitter friend Alan Kessler are going to, why do these guys have to be that big? They do not need to be that big. They're leading a recall effort called Total Recall, which I think is silly as shit, and I really wish they wouldn't have done that, but that's all right. I usually give all my stuff stupid names, so I'm not one who should be judging other people's stupid names. But it does look kind of silly. But it doesn't matter because this is Portland and people in Portland eat that shit up. And I'm sure that was their logic that they were thinking, like, people in Portland are gonna love it. People in Portland literally drive to the Goonies house so they can just look at it and go, what are you doing? They're like looking at it. Like, what are you looking at it for? I'm looking at it because it was in a movie. Like, I know, but you've seen the movie. I know, but I want to see the house. So maybe naming it your very serious political campaign after Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is a good idea. Although you could have gone with Kindergarten Cop. Okay. But so here's the gist. I don't understand really how people can try to. Okay, let me start over. So here's the reason these two guys are the discussion of recall efforts. One, Ted Wheeler became the mayor of Portland, Oregon with less than 50% of the votes. And he was completely illegal and nefarious with his financing and operated in direct contradiction to what a large, staggering portion of the voters agreed to, which was campaign finance reform laws. I personally knocked on effing doors to get that passed. So I take it quite personal that the whole reason I helped pass that was so that Ted couldn't do that. And he did it anyways. I did it so that Teresa could get elected, but that didn't matter. And then Teresa ended up helping Ted get elected, which doesn't make any sense. And that's why Portland is just like gangs in New York. If instead of killing everybody or fighting, they just tweeted about each other and canceled each other. But other than that, it's pretty much exactly gangs in New York. Dan Ryan ran on a platform of police accountability, got the endorsement from Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, then went and voted against the $18 million budget cut to the Portland Police Bureau's money that could have reappropriated that money elsewhere, I'm sure. So the point is, Dan Ryan lied. Ted Wheeler cheated. People in Portland are going to eat up a campaign called Total Recall because it's played off a movie. And now you're caught up. Okay. Yesterday, Trump took full credit for the, this is Bernie Sanders tweeting. Yesterday, Trump took full credit for the 30,000 Dow Jones, but took zero credit for 260,000 Americans that died from COVID. I can't believe I just laughed. I'm sorry. Mr. President, the stock market is not the economy. I'm just going to leave it at that one, right? All right. That's a good tweet from Bernie. Chris Hayes says, this is obvious, but a large part of what Trump doing now is just making sure he's not seen as the loser he is, because it would be crushing for him personally and politically. Dude, oh my God, he's such a loser. All right. Mercury, breaking news. Frontline workers push to the limit. Senate ignores Biden and mayor's holiday homeless sweep. Stephen Humphrey needs your help. The economic fallout from the coronavirus is threatening our ability to keep producing news. Yo, give it up to the Merc. They do pretty good stuff, but I didn't get their endorsement, so I'm not going to. Yo, like, let's not forget one thing, and a lot of people might forget this, but I don't. I could have been the mayor of Portland, Oregon, but too many of my friends running around telling people that elections don't matter and voting doesn't matter. And there's a whole culture of people that don't vote. And then there's a whole bunch of people that just didn't vote for me. That's another huge reason. Plus, I was drunk all the time. But I would have fixed all of this shit. All of it. All of it would have been fixed. And I would have worked with the other commissioners to do it because I'm a nice person. All of it would have been fixed. There would be no homeless people. Nobody would be living in a tent. We would just build another little city. It'd be like apartments, but without all the amenities. We damn sure wouldn't have dome tents all over the street. Oh, shit, look what time it is. It's halftime. So I've already taken 3 bowls to the head today, but Red Panda takes 4. We'll be back right after this halftime presentation. Hey, and just remember this. If Portland is gangs in New York, yeah. Man, the ACLU is bringing attention to our country's epidemic of murdered and missing Indigenous women. And it goes hardly unnoticed. It's Native American Heritage Month. It's a huge, huge, real problem. You know, I'm going to take a second to bring that up because a lot of people will tell you at that moment, they'll tell you that Donald Trump passed some legislation that was sitting on his desk forever. Donald Trump passed some stuff, but really that was just a thinly disguised attempt at taking tribal powers off of the reservation, right? Tribal authority. So don't fall for that one. We can go into that one another time. Oh, the kid. Oh, man. I didn't think I missed baseball, but just seeing that kind of made me happy. Fucking boob. Hold on. Wish I could play cuts on my show. That would be way more better. Okay, check this out, guys. I got a ton of work to do. I want to show you guys a secret. If you're still watching this show, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. This is only for the people that are still watching this show. Watch this. Boosh! All right. Sorry, if you saw that, you saw that. I got to make sure that gets taken care of this week. So we'll do just some dope shit. It'll be great. We'll love it. And then, okay. I love you guys. You're great. We'll do some great shit. It'll be great. And there's one more. All right, we're going to get out of here. So we'll see if we're still blocked in Malaysia and the other Asia. 5,000 G's.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight.